Hey everybody, and welcome. So as of the recording of this, starting of this video, we have 289 views in the first 3 hours of the Dondozo. What an amazing amount of support for our newest Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi Battle. But today we're going back in the past where, we're going to face a guy where back in the day, YouTube partnership backgrounds were like this. You got the left and the right side with custom images. Before Hayden, Moody Pones, Wild Chase, even PokeMMD got partnered. No, today we face the renegade of Pokemon Wi-Fi battling, Xenon3120. I can't wait to bring this match to you. Go ahead and watch his side of the battle. If you were interested in that, it's already up. My side is, of course, after the fact. I told him it would not be the first Wi-Fi battle I uploaded, because then I've got some more action versus Angel of the Night 091. But before we do that, I've got the same team that I was rocking in the last video. If you are a little bit lost and you didn't watch the first video and you don't know what kind of team I'm rocking, go ahead and click the info card on the top right hand side of the screen and it will be able to bring you to that, and then you'll be able to go through and see what kind of team I've been using. He's going to be leading with the best Goblin, the Maboschiv. Yeah, I had to think for a second. Like I said, we're in a new generation, guys. We've got a lot of Pokemon that we don't know the names of right off the top of the rip. Now, let me tell you something. If you guys are looking for the closest thing to Pursuit, Mabosstiff is it. Stake Up Mabosstiff is pretty much the same thing as Pursuit, which is why it makes sense why this Crunch does so much oncoming damage to my Torkoal here, because of that Stake Out and getting the defense drop. But of course, I've got Bulky Fish, and you guys have seen the last battle. You know Dondozo doesn't care. Guys, vote that down for a bumper sticker. You know, that needs to become a bumper sticker because that is real deal. But almost half damage and a defense drop from this thing. This stakeout thing is not playing around, guys. I would have done better just letting Toxic Spikes get set up off of the Glamora hits and damaging this thing that way. But he is done with best. Gabaldon is going to go to Momura, because he knows Bulky Fish is water type, pure water type. I do have the dragon type specifically for this matchup in the situation where I need to resist both fire and grass. I'm not sure what he predicts here, but he does go for the overheat. My earth power doesn't do absolutely any damage at all now because he is at minus special attack times 2. He is going to get out of there. Now, the sun being up is going to boost his chlorophyll for the hot pepper. He wants to add his spicy extract to the battle, you know what I'm saying? So, Glamora, pretty much, like I said, guys, I didn't get to really explain last time, but the whole goal is to showcase everything in all of my teams as best as I can before I finish out with the Wi-Fi Battle series that it happens with. I've actually done you guys a favor and made it into seasons. So Season 1 has already started. The playlist, you can click the link down below in order to go directly to that playlist if you have not seen the first Wi-Fi Battle about Dondozo. Now, my opponent here is going to go ahead and go for Terastallization on Electros. Happens to be Dragon. Really, really cool because now it's only weak to Ice and Dragon types, so that's kind of neat. Volt Switch, of course, going to take me out from this range. Electros, I definitely didn't realize it was that strong, but, I mean, I did help Xenon breed this stuff to make this team, so he's going to go out and do Don Cahoon. Now, what's really kind of funny is, as of this video, Booster Energy actually got banned yesterday. Now, guys, on Wi-Fi, people are not going to be following, like, Showdown Smogon rules unless you, kind of just make them follow it when you guys are having these battles. Now, let me tell you something. Don Gahan is a Steel type, and because he is a Steel type, I am not worried about that. Shut up, phone. I'm not worried about that at all. Now, what I decided to do here is because I know that I am Steel typing, or that I can resist Steel typings by becoming Water type. That's also going to let me Salt Cure him and allow me to take either a Close Combat or an Earthquake or a Headlong Rush, whatever he prefers, because I won't be Rock type and I won't have to take that hit super effectively. Which is what my entire plan was with going with that type of situation, because I knew if I could get the Salt Cure down on this thing, I could then go into the Olive Tree here. Sorry guys, I was trying to get, I didn't realize my phone was going to go off as I was playing, so I apologize about that. So, Salt Cure is fantastic. Like I said, I had to explain this to Xenon. I actually explained in the comment section for him. Because this thing is a Steel type Pokemon, it is going to take 1/4 of its damage per turn. And then of course you have Purifying Salt, which makes it where I can take Will-O-Wisp and take half damage from ghost attacks. I'm trying to determine what I want to do to this thing. It's crazy not knowing my speed tiers, but this thing actually has 5 points speed less than Ceruledge. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let him take me out with a close combat because that's going to enable me to get up grassy terrain. And my best chance of beating this thing, in addition to Salt Cure, is to go in here with Garganacl, who's now water type. Now, I'm thinking I can live this thing on like abysmal 0 health. Let's see if I can live it with grassy terrain. Headlong Rush is not going to be doing a lot of damage, and I can probably take any other attack, but close combat does take me out, even being the water typing, so that's unfortunate. The Stealth Rock switch-in may actually have become important there. In order to take that hit. But that Salt Cure is wearing it down. Unfortunately, though, it is a, kind of a double-edged sword because that grassy terrain is healing him every turn in addition to that. So close combat does absolutely nothing to Fish. Fish does not care. I'm going to get rest off and get all that delicious HP back. This is the second battle with Fish, and I really, really believe that I need to add a Chesto Berry to its moveset so that I can use that rest and then, immediately wake her back up. Now you're going to be like, now why are you not using Water Stab, Retro? And it is because the entire purpose of Dondozo is for certain matchups and to change into Dragon to beat certain matchups, and also because I have the Sun, so a water move wouldn't really do me any good anyway. And Wave Crash would also do additional damage to me and be weaker in the Sun, so that's why I don't have any of those things. So he's going to Volt Switch out of his Torkoal, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want to get back in both Donphan and other things. But he goes out to Shantae, and that kind of surprises me. He goes straight to Shantae because I was like, if he goes to that, I can't go to Ceruledge. Now, I have to admit, I play a little bit of a Watchton 13-14 later on. If you guys never watched him, he's an original Black-White 2, and X and Y Wi-Fi uploader, not a streamer, who has definitely walked away from Pokemon as of recent years. But anyway, he's going to go out to Mega Man Zero because we want to put both of our humanoids on the field because, Mega Man versus Zero. I'm going to go ahead and Swords Dance up. I do actually know for a fact I outspeed Armarouge in any way, shape, or form. I believe Armarouge only gets up to like 279 speed or something like that with a Timid Nature or a Modest, or not, a Timid Nature or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take him out with a +2 Shadow Claw. And let me tell you guys something. Ceruledge, my channel mascot. Now, this is the one turn, I have to stop for just a second, is this one turn right here is particularly interesting because in this particular turn, this is actually a speed tie. Now, I did not know this at the time because, Retro doesn't know speed tiers. But Bitter Blade in the Sun will definitely kill. But the thing is, without him winning the speed tie, I don't get the weak armor boost. Why is that important? That is important because with the Sun Up and weak armor boost, I would actually outspeed this Ancient Donphan that is going to come back in later. He may not come in right now, and he goes out into Shantae with a Mold Breaker, but let me tell you something. Super effective Sun boosted Swords Dance Bitter Blade is nothing to scoff at. As you guys see in the thumbnail, Ceruledge is definitely making the cut back in this battle, coming back from a 2-0, trying to reverse sweep. He's going to go back into Kratos, and let me tell you, Electros is not outspeeding me either. My mascot is here for a reason, but I can't go for the Bitter Blade because he is Dragon type, so I have to go for my stabbed Shadow Claw instead, and with +2, it is easily able to knock this thing out. He goes back out into Don Gahan, and I know for a fact with the Photosynthesis and the attack and 5 points of speed higher than me, I have to go back into Fish because Fish is asleep. And this is really, really relevant because let me show you what happens with Fish being asleep and also having to take those pointed stones. See that Headlong Rush? That's a 2-hit KO from that range. And I was like, okay, Fish, I need you to wake up. I need you to take 2 hits. 2 hits, Fish. And then we win this by killing off Mumra with a Bitter Blade. Close combat brings me to 47, but unfortunately I don't wake up. And again, I go back to the point that I definitely should have had that berry on here. Either a Citrus Berry for this late game situation where I could get health back, or the berry that recovers a bigger part of my health, like a Wiki Berry or a Papa Berry or something like that. Or, of course, in retrospect, probably, retrospect, that's a shout out to you, man. You've been a sub a long time, and I actually don't know how long you've been sub, but I saw you were watching the content, and I wanted you to check out Scarlet and Violet, and thanks for your support. So, anyways, the whole point I was going with that is, he does go to Mum-Ra now. He thinks I have Shadow Sneak. Now, think about this, guys. He's at -3 defenses, so Shadow Sneak easily would have been able to take him away from here. I do bluff him and tell him on Discord that I have the Shadow Sneak, but it really didn't matter because he would kill me anyway. And had I had the weak armor boost, I would have outsped both of his threats. Even if his Chlorophyll threat outsped me, I don't think he would have KO'd me with one Fire Blast or Overheat. That's a great game, Xenon. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, amazing support on Scarlet and Violet. This is episode 2 of season 1. I got more coming for you guys. Stick around. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some giveaways later. I'm going to quickly explain how Wonder Wheel is going to work after everything is showcased. I'm going to basically do it after the entire season. I'm gonna take all the comments that have been together during the season and all of the support, and I'm gonna put it in a wheel, and those winners are gonna win one of the mons from this team. So let me know which one you like. As always, if you like the music that we kicked in today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know which band that you think is the craziest or what is so overpowered in Scarlet and Violet. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care, and I'll be having another match soon. Take care and goodbye.